Good afternoon, everybody. This is Danielle Belak from Second Wind Pilates Plus. I hope you're ready to do a movement practice with me. If not, you can watch this video at another time. It's there for you. So I'm going to start standing up in this position. So if you take your place, the feet are a little bit wider than your hip joints. And I want you to place your feet more or less parallel to the floor in front of you. So we're just going to have a little sit. So remember, you don't want to tuck under. A little bit, the pelvis is out the back. You've got a gentle lordotic curve in your lower back. And your feet are straight ahead. And I want you just to bounce a little bit so that the bounce never takes you this way with the pelvis. Just a little bounce straight down with the sitting bones. Okay? So you can go inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. And in, pelvis out the back a little bit. It's easy for it to swing forward and down, 2, 3, 4. Shoulders forward and up on the inhalation. Exhale back and down. And again, inhale and up. And exhale back and down. Just allow that little sit again. You're going to place the hands on the side of your hip joints. Right on the trochanter. When you move into one side, you'll to feel it's kind of like a ball, kind of like a doorknob. And I want you to really leave your knees relaxed. You're trying to lead with the side of the pelvis as if it was some sort of typewriter return axis, a horizontal axis from left to right, adding the hand. Sweeping it down, lifting up the left hand, flipping the palm, and pressing it out. And if you need to move your feet a little wider, just sit down into the back a little more if you do that. Right? And press, 2, 3. Inhale to center, exhale to press it away. Exhale to press it away. Remember the head-tail connection, the midline of your spine gives you a right half of your body and the left half of your body. So as you shift, you're shifting your vertical axis with you, and you're inventing, creating, magnifying each half of you and making it more real to yourself. So taking the eyes and head and turn, shift the pelvis over so that you're really on one leg, turn, last time taking your left hand diagonal high. We did do this in one other video that we did together a while back that you can find on my YouTube page, Facebook, website, Second Wind Pilates Plus, and sweeping like willow branches in the wind, just willows brushing through the air, letting your spine be like a willow. So you're just letting yourself ask yourself, what do I need to stretch right now? What does my body need to warm up in towards the end of the afternoon today? And then all the way, release head, neck, center, pure side, looking out a window through your arms, and allow yourself to fall forward, pure side and up. It's almost as if you were holding a ball. And drop, and open. And I am going to get you a ball so that you really visually see space. You see the movement of space, the movement of the body in space, side and down. Draw the abdominal wall in, open, side stretch to the right side. Let's change directions to the left. This is a big ball, so I encourage you to potentially, if you're going to play with an object to help you organize yourself in space, one more time, you may choose a smaller ball than this. And up. And then coming down, just allow the head neck to release, softening through the sternal bone, back of the spine peels forward, knees are soft. Feeling the weight in the balls of the feet and the heels as you fall forward. Take a big breath in. And exhale, just let the head and shoulders drop completely towards the floor. And then just sit a little bit deeper. Draw the sitting bones together and pelvic floor up. Feel the tail long, opening the front of the body. Inhale. And just open your sound up, back of the throat. Ah. And again, inhale. Ah. And allow yourself to come center and narrow. Taking the arms up, interlace your fingers into a steeple pose. The palm edges of your palm are together. Inhale and lengthen, exhale side. And again, you're just marking a gentle arc across the ceiling. Moving as one piece, but you're always thinking up. You can even use, for example, when you're going to left side, which I'm doing now, your left arm pulls your right hand up. When you're going to the right side, your right side, right arm, right hand pulls the left one up. So it keeps both sides very, very, very long. And curl into a ball and open into a wall. And curl into a ball and open into a wall. And curl into a ball, head tail curve into a C curve. And open into a wall again, and curl like a ball, and open into a wall, and spiral, and spiral. Use your eye-hand coordination and look behind you where you're going, look to the side, look to the front, look to the side, and look and see something. Inhale, open, exhale, curl, inhale, wall, exhale, twist, inhale, wall, exhale, twist, again, inhale, wall. From here, come up into a pin-like straight shape, up to the top and side bend to the left, and side bend to the right. Taking the palms down, press the midline of your thumb line against your sternal bone. Shoulder bones just softly falling back and down. Exhale, feel like you're taking the inner arch of the foot up the inner thigh, up like through the pelvic floor into the midline of your spine, out the top of the head, up, inner arch, inner ankle bone, drawing up. Imagine the outer side edge of your legs drawing down. So it's a loop. Up the middle, down the sides. Up the middle, down the sides, then up the middle from two legs into one spinal leg, all the way atop, and interlace the fingers again, and hold that steeple pose. We're going to do a short, quick, rhythmic fire breath. The chin does not crank down, so have a little bit of space in through the throat. Collarbone is floating, remember? So you're going to sniff in. I'll do it once and then you can join me. I'll stop and we'll start again, okay? And then exhale. All the air out as much as you can. Inhale, and it goes like this. And I'm reaching the whole time. Not reaching excessively through my shoulders, but I'm feeling that inner lift in the inner arch, up the midline, heels into the ground, balls of the foot into the ground, no shiftings of weight all over the place, as quiet as you can. It's a belly breath, and it's sniff, blow. So it's all through the nose, lips are closed, and it's, imagine you've got something itchy in your nostrils, and it goes faster. I'll do it fast, and then I'll slow it up for you, all right? So just watch. All right, are you ready? Here we go. You might get a little dizzy until you learn how to do this well. So the exhale really, really empties the waste products of the lungs for the inhale to refill, and there's a balance between those two things, between oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, so here we go. Exhale to start, blow it all out. We're going to start on an inhale, and the rhythm will be like that, okay? Exhale. Push your tummy in. in, out, sniff, blow, blow. Use your abdomen to push the air out of your nose. When you're ready, you're going to go a little faster. Inhale up and exhale down. Thank you. And slowly coming to the floor, we're going to come into the position with the knees wide on the ground, about the width of the mat, bringing your pelvis a little bit towards the feet, palms in a 45-degree angle away from your body. Take a big breath in, keeping the soles of the feet on the ground and the sole of the pelvis, the back of your pelvis. Allow your knees to arc as if they're drawing a line or a rainbow on the ceiling. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale to center, exhale to the right, inhale to center, sucking the feet like pods onto the sticky mat. Or you can do exhale to the right and inhale to the left. Exhale to the right, inhale to the left, exhale to the right, inhale to the left, and stay left. Breathe in here, exhale to the left, inhale to the right. Shoulders are soft. Exhale to the left, inhale to the right. So you're really trying to keep the upper body quiet, and you're isolating the activity and the stability of the pelvis and feet against the movement of the thigh and shin. Exhale left, inhale right. Now that's quite a wide stance. From here you're going to let your legs fall all the way over, and as you do, gently reach your left hand towards the wall, turn the palm upward into upward external rotation of the arm, and let it sweep up a little bit towards the side of your face, so the line of your hand crosses from the shoulder to the opposite hip joint to the knee. So it's like this is a diagonal line from your left palm to your right knee. And then just open your mouth, soften your eyes, the muscles of the cheeks of your face, your lips, your throat, your tongue. And allow your body to land into the posture, taking a big breath in, using the half falling out breath. And so, coming back to center, finding the back of the pelvis, the soles of the feet, the soles of the palm on the floor. Inhale deeply. Exhale, eyes soft, mouth, muscles of the face, throat, shoulders. And allow the knees to arc to the left, peeling the right buttock off. And notice how it starts to draw the rib cage and head neck in the opposite direction. Gently slide your right hand away from you. Rotate the palms, sweep the arm up. Take a big breath into the nose. Exhale with a half falling out breath. Open your lips and fall away. And close your lips. Put the mind on the two holes of your nose and pull the air in. And bringing yourself back to center. Soles of the palms, palms of the feet, soles of the buttocks and back, feet together, toes lifted. And just think of that inner arch pulling up through the midline, right up to the center. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, I want you to press the back of the sacrum gently but directly, flat like a plate on a table, into the floor. I want you to inhale and lengthen head and tail in your mind's eye. So imagine the sacrum, tail tractioning long. The spine is lengthening right up along the midline of the spine. You're encouraging that by feeling that lift. The toes lift the inner arch up. They're up and spread apart. Ankle bones are gently towards each other. They may not be touching. It depends on your own feet and alignment and body. But feel like there's that drawing energy up through the spine, down the shoulder blades and down the sacrum. Palms on the ground. Collarbone wide and floating. Exhale, lift lift the pelvic floor, draw the tail long, anchor the sacrum, draw the tail long, anchor the sacrum, float the knees up in an arc, take a big breath, inhale, exhale, and gather the front ribs and hip bones towards each other, draw the tailbone long, and imagine it just a little fiddlehead, just gently curling up at the bottom. Inhale, 1, expand 2, expand 3. Exhale, ha breath, ha. Feel the wrapping of the rib cage, the wrapping of the hip bones, the traction of the tail, long and curled in. So there's a scooping in the front and a lengthening and curling and opening in the back without movement actually happening in the pelvis. Inhale, flex the feet, spread the toes wide. This time use the soles of the feet. Exhale, shoulder blades heavy. Pelvic sacrum long, tail long, spread long, add the toes. Take a big breath in. Inhale. This time exhale and press with your hands and feet, mimicking each other. And hold through the legs. Inhale, 2, 3, and now you're going to push the back of the thighs against your palms. Curl and lengthen the tail long and up like a fiddlehead. 2, 3, and in. 2, 3, and stretch the sacrum long. Feel that tail curling in, scooping through the front of the body. And in. 2, 3, and sacrum long. Curl the fiddlehead tail in and scoop. Inhale. A little pop in the back of the knee. Put your hands on the calf instead of your thigh. Elbows are lifted, and draw the right leg long. Think of the inner thigh of the right leg drawing down to the floor like a nice slicing down. And then as if you were standing up and the foot against the wall is like the foot on the floor, and this is me standing up. Inhale, lift the leg up. Hold the calf, not the back of the knee, not the thigh. Inner thigh slices down, and the left sole of the foot is standing on the wall. Inhale, change. Inner thigh down. Inner arch up. Inhale, change. Inner thigh down, inner arch up. And just feel that lovely scissor-like stretch in the back of the leg. How we doing? So this can be hard on your neck sometimes. So use the top leg like a tree. Don't bring it towards you. Have it about 90 degrees, and you can use it to bring yourself up a little bit. It helps you connect into the upper abdominals. The sternum slides in and down into the rib cage, and it takes the work here and here as opposed to here. One more time, and reach. Inner thigh down, inner arch up. Hold the head right away. Open the elbows. Imagine your knees could go towards your left elbow, but they don't go all the way. So you're peeling the opposite side of the pelvis off, but not taking the legs to the floor. You can press the back of the arm, elbow in towards the mat to keep your arms wide. Gently, knees up, so you're not down here, right? You're curled in flexion. And you can encourage the tail curl. Encourage the lower abdominals. Encourage the 2 hip bones hugging the mid-spine. Right? Your transverse abdominis. There you go. And down. Inner thighs down, outer thighs up. Inner thighs down, outer thighs up. And exhale, come down. This time, press gently the whole back of the pelvis into the ground. Inhale, stay here with it anchored. So it's like you're releasing the sitting bones. For some of you, you're going to be, the tendency will be more that you're in posterior pelvic tilt as a norm. For some of you, you're too extreme in this fashion. So see if you can find something between those 2 extremes. Let's take the tailbone and pubic bone. This is the pubic bone, this is the tail. And rock the pubic bone and tail. So the tail, imagine it's reaching towards your calves and up the back of your knees. and the pubic bone is reaching between your legs to the baseboard of the wall and then down between your sitting bones. So see if you can create these spinal undulations of your spine. Extension is this position of the spine. Flexion is this position of the spine. See if you can find that by initiating the movement at the base of your torso and base of your spine, your tail and your pubis. And in between those 2 points is where your pelvic floor lives, right? So there's one extreme, tail long and then up towards the back of the knees. Without clenching the glutes, you don't need the glutes at all. I mean, the lower part of the glute line will fire a little bit, but the maximus part of it is not going to, the full belly of it is not going to contract. And you find that plate, but somewhere in between. When you find that plate, sometimes it's fun to just drop your sacrum, just sort of try and find it. Press it into the mat. Keep pressing it into the mat and press into your feet, and you will start to feel the hamstrings and glute muscles firing. And you overcome that downward pressure of the pelvis by pushing down into the feet. You're drawing the heels ever so gently towards you. I'm way more interested in the pylon of your shin pressing straight down like a pylon, okay? And the legs are long. So it's not just your knee. Your knee's made up of your thigh and your shin. Your whole thigh bone is long. Imagine your pelvis starts way up here. Your whole lower waistline is long. And then when you come down, you're folding at the hip joint, laying the plate back on the table, the back of the pelvis, and your spine has been lengthened and aligned along the midline between your left half and your right. We're going to do that again. Inhale deeply. And we're just going to add the inner thigh. Remember, there's no clenching in the glutes. The clench of the glutes, they're external rotators. It draws the thigh bone out and around like this. It jams into your sacrum, and the movement becomes a lower back action rather than a hip joint action. Okay? This takes a little practice. So you're going to just draw. You're going to anchor into your neutral position from the tail, pubis, sacral curls. Anchoring them, pelvis down, and then you find your feet, horseshoe-like shape of your heels, span of the ball of the foot, and lo and behold, inner thighs go down as the feet press into the floor. And the whole length of the body is this way. Inhale deeply, sacrum is long and slightly curled in towards your pubis, and down, and exhale, tail long and curl, and down, tail long and curl, draw the inner thigh down, think of it coming around the inside, think of that inner left thigh going down towards the mat, and the tail is long before she curls or he curls, okay? So it's not jamming in and up, it's traction it long. The tail itself will draw the knee thigh bone long if you do it right. And extend and bend and traction long, curl it and extend and bend. Good work. And then just reach your arms up to round and curl up into a ball. Hug yourself. And here we go, rolling like a ball. So can you take that long, long tail curl? Can you take that softening of the heart center, softening of the sternum, bending of the thoracic spine, bending it, traction of that tail long and under, and that is the energy that rolls you towards your shoulders. I don't need you to go up onto your neck. You're just sort of rolling out the middle of your spine. Elbows wide, shoulder blades get to fall. And it's always exhale, little traction and curl. Inhale, ribs, because that's where your diaphragm lives. Exhale, traction and curl. Inhale, ribs, last time. Exhale, traction and curl, sitting up. Good work. Okay, now from here we're just going to extend our legs long. And we're just going to see if we can, on the inhales, feel the length of the spine, head to tail. You've got this left wide body half and right, and they meet up the midline. And your hands are on your knees. You're going to just begin in a little nodding, your lips and jaw are soft. Little yes as opposed to a no or a maybe. And then follow that yes down. Soften your heart center. Let the upper thoracic spine bend. Just walk yourself wherever you get is good enough. And just hang here. Take a big breath in. And exhale. And let the weight of your torso hang over your legs. Drawing the tail down, the sacrum down, feeling the landing of the sitting bones. Then reach your pubis bone down and sacrum into your body. So, if you keep reaching the tail down as you come up, you'll tend to keep reaching the tail down as you come up, and then you can't sit up. So initially, depending on how far forward you are, you're reaching the sitting bones and tail down until that's sort of vertical. You keep that there, and then you, instead of pulling the pubic bone up, right, reach it down. Let the lordosis come into the lumbar spine, walk up the vertebrae, inhale up. And exhale to your heart center. Take a moment to press the palms right into the sternum, sternum into the palms. Bring the legs down here. Press, curl from underneath, way down at the bottom of the spine. Press, 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 press. Inhale deeply. And exhale, open the palms away from the sides of your body and allow your body to land. So here we go with a nice breath. Inhale through the nostrils and exhale. Close your lips. Bring your awareness on the two holes of your nose and pull the room's air into your nose. Wait for yourself to land. Close your lips, bring your awareness on the two holes of your nose. Pull the air into those two holes exclusively. Keep going. Relax your jaw, your teeth, your shoulders. And just breathe. Notice if your thumbs are tense and let go of your hands. And we're going to finish with one more position, one more movement, and that is going to be on our hands and knees. So let's start a little bit with a child's pose. Some of you are comfortable in this position. I have my toes together and knees apart somewhat. If that's too much, just take yourself here. And just let yourself sort of close back into your body. Bringing your abdomen towards the ground rather than towards the ceiling. Exposing your back. And on the exhale, following our breath. From here, we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So you're going to widen your hands. And instead of putting your middle finger center, you're going to just turn them slightly so it's like a peace sign as opposed to a middle finger. So you're not going to do it by moving your fingers. You're going to do it by moving your hand on the floor. So the space between your second and third finger is pointing straight ahead. It's a slight external position, rotation position of the palm, and it's easier on the fold of the wrist for you to have the weight over your hand. Same thing with the knees. They're going to be underneath your hips, not super wide, not super narrow, not in front, because then you don't have any room, right, to put the rest of your body. So here we are, and I'm going to let everything relax in towards the floor, allow my sits bones to go up and widen, and collapsing my mid-thoracic spine between my shoulder blades to the ground. And then I'm going to think of my 4 pylons, my 4 pillars of strength, I call them, fingertip pads nicely connected to the ground, by the way. So from here, 4 pillars of strength. I'm going to take the energy from the palm up through my arm bone to my shoulder, not to the middle of my spine. And I'm going to think light in my pelvis, away from my legs. And notice my head. I'm going to show you what it does. Take my ponytail and I'm going to pull it up from about the nape of the neck. So here I'm collapsed, so I'm not going to do this. I'm going to shift through the shafts of my arms and legs, and my head comes away from the ground. From here, you're going to take that tractioning of the tail long, curl it down the back of the knees and around, drawing it into the inside of your mid-body. Reach the tail long, traction the pubic bone between the 2 sitting bones to the wall and up, and walk through your vertebrae one at a time. This I kind of call the baboon effect. Our arm is longer than our thigh, so don't expect your body to be totally flat. You're going to be on an arc, on a slanted line. So one more time. Tail goes long that way, draws down, front ribs come into the body, sternum softens, head bows, opening the nape of your neck. Breathe in between the rib cage, length of the spine. Soften that effort so that the tailbone can reach long, the pubic bone can swing between the sitting bones that are widening, and I call them smiling. And then come to somewhere in between. If the head is low, it draws you down. So not only are you pressing through the arms to come up, you're also reaching through the back of the head as if you had a ponytail. You're going to slide the big toenail on the floor so that you're really aware of the inside of the leg from the toe to the inner arch to the inner ankle bone. And you're going to then lengthen up. And you're not going to go high. So let's just try that again on the left side this time. Left toenail, inner arch of the foot to inner ankle bone, inner shin, inner knee, inner thigh, right up in towards the inner part of your sitting bone, pubis and tail. Tap and come back down without collapsing. So you tap and you bring your knee back in. And the elbows might want to roll excessively forward. Try to avoid that. They don't have to be perfectly side, but make sure they don't swing. And they're not hyperextended. So instead of hyperextending them, lift out. It's like this is the pelvis of the upper body. Upper body is working a lot. The heavier the head, the harder it is to stay up. And reach. You can point or flex, doesn't matter. And notice that my leg is a little bit lower than my pelvis, I think, anyway, it should be, unless you're really open. So you're reaching that tailbone long, curling it in towards your body like a fiddlehead, and then the other side. This is external rotation when the palm faces my head, assuming that my biceps spiral in the joint, that it's not just a hand motion. So the inner big toe, the left, the inner side of the body, let's take the bicep and wrap it towards my ear and hold. And you've got that sense of tail long, inner thigh up and support. Okay, let's try the other side, and then we're going to take a break and do it again. Toe, inner arch of the foot, ankle bone, inner knee, inner thigh. And I'm doing this the same way. I'm not going up. So I'm stretching, walking. Oh, it's like a clothesline getting pulled between 2 trees. Spiral. And in the spiraling, it should hopefully draw the shoulder into the socket and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, there's the tendency up. That's elongating the glute medius. That's holding her together. And then coming in. So this is the protocol for home. This is kind of like good, bad medicine. Just take a break. The baboon effect with the ponytail to the ceiling. big baboon head, longer arm than leg. You're going to slide the big toe through the inner line of the leg. Sacrum is long, tail is long and curled. Feeling a scooping and opening through here. Arm and leg lower than 90 degrees. If you want to spiral the arm, please do, otherwise don't. Try and feel the fingertips on the standing arm, don't hyperextend, and lift this side up in the left armpit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come in, repeat, slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're working up to five times on one side, and then 5 times on the other side, holding for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop. Then you're going to do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out for 5 counts in, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 times each side, and then 3 times, holding for 5 each time, 3, 2, 3, and then, whoa! If it's too much to do that, work on 3 sets, 5 counts each, 3 sets, and then 2, and then 1, or 4, 3, 2. What you're trying to do, and each time you bring your body arm back, you're just saying, okay, I'm regrouping, I want to work on my technique. Okay, then I'm regrouping, I'm going to work on my technique, get it proper. So you do anywhere from 3 to 5 of those with 5 count hold for each time. And you're going to do a series on one side and the other. If you feel like you want to alternate because it's just too much for you, then alternate. Do one, do the other, do one, to the other. What you're trying to build up is endurance with proper technique at the same time. Okay? Alrighty, so we're just going to take the forearms down, fingertips into the floor, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For those who like fire breath, here we go. And release the legs. From here, get your little fan to the peace sign, pillars of the arm, baboon effect of the head. Turn the feet under and lift your pelvis. Lift your pelvis and inner line of your legs up. Think of spiraling the legs in a little bit. And off you go. Take a big breath in. And exhale. If you're losing your form, take yourself up into stilettos and get yourself organized. You're just going to press the arm bones out to the side of the room, the top of the shoulder. And then there's a sense of, without the elbow swinging, of drawing the shoulder blade around, wrapping around the upper side of the rib cage. And then stretching your whole inner spine up towards the ceiling, away from your hands. Find your fingertips a little bit into the floor. And try not to collapse through here. Notice my head is above my arms still. Wide shoulders. Slight spiral into the outer edge of your armpits. Fingertips. And then if you want to let go of your head, why not? Inhale, 2, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Try and land on your feet, land on your hands, and imagine someone sitting here. Totally solid, the pelvis is down and into the ground even though it's light towards the sky. How does it settle into the ground and into your legs, the pelvis, and also be light? Sacrum is long, tail is slightly curved in. Inhale deeply. And just hold. Inner thighs up slightly, tailbone long. Baboon effect, pillars of strength, fingertips. And hold. And hold. And hold. Coming to the side. If you want to put your foot there, you're welcome to. And hold, and hold, and hold. Other side, and up, and up, and up. One more time each, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, last time, 3, here we go, last one of the day, 1, 2, 3, and here we go. If that's difficult, you can bring your arm to here, and if it's just ridiculous and it's just straining you, then don't do it. So we went from soft, sinewy, moving circular spinal movements, lengthening movements, finding our midline, finding our body halves, and then into the floor and gradually working more into less movement and more stability, really is what we just did. So it's all good, it all works, it's just one combination of many. Keep what you like, get rid of what you don't. Add something in if you're watching this video and doing this more than once. Just add something in place of something I'm doing that doesn't work for you, and use it as an opportunity, if it does help you, to get on the floor and practice. And if you don't need any video, then get on the floor and practice without me. But I do hope that you show up again. Thanks so much. It's Second Wind Pilates Plus, and you can find me on Second Wind Pilates Plus YouTube channel with capital SWP&P for Second Wind Pilates Plus. My Facebook page and website is www.secondwindpilates.ca, and on there and all of those, including my Facebook, are my videos that I've been making for the last 2 weeks or so for you during this social distancing time, which is also an opportunity to go within, to consolidate, to recreate, and then to come back out and manifest perhaps in a new way that works even better for you than the last version, or more appropriately for this time. Namaste, have a lovely day.